What is going on, guys? It is Brad, aka Honey Badger from Grumpy Old Men, and I am back after a 2 week vacation. I was out of town for 2 weeks, so was not able to recap weeks 2 and 3. So happy to be back for week 4 to participate in the war and to do a recap. Also, apologize for the delay in getting this video out. Reason being, I was actually going to do something a little fun and different and kind of do a joint recap with our streamer, Jackadunga, since he does the YouTube for VM here anyway. So we were going to do some dual commentary for both sides of the war and whatnot, but just didn't work out this week because we just couldn't find the time between both of our schedules, different time zones and all that stuff. But we are planning to do it for the next GOM matchup, so definitely stay tuned for week 5. So anyway, on to this war against the VALAR MORGHULIS, henceforth known as VM. Where we had our best war of the season so far, grabbing 86 stars and getting 4 10v10 triples in the process, so really great teamwork all around to get that done. We even had a chance to do 2 11 versus 11 attempts late in the war since we had a few spare attacks after the 10s were cleared. Now actually we only 2-starred 3 out of the 4 Town Hall 11s, but we kind of were ahead of the game at that point and kind of had one of our 11s do a safe 2-star on the remaining Town Hall 11 that wasn't 2-starred, and then we kind of followed that up with a different attack on another Town Hall 11 for a 3-star attempt, and got very close. I think we got Sir Dilby going in and getting a 94% or something, but overall very good war for us going into the bye week. So since I ended up doing this video a little bit late, had to record the attacks and I'm having to just speak over them, so unfortunately can't scroll around or do any live interaction, but no big deal. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the action. Alright, here we got our boy TV going in with the 10v11. Really cool attack here and really nice planning by our boy Abs. I know he helped out with this attack, so really cool way to go about this base. So got the heroes going in on the about 9 o'clock here. He's got the king beating on the storage, queen beating on the storage, and kind of watch what happens here. The king is going to walk a little bit to the left. He's going to throw down the bowlers here, trying to cut the funnel, and he's actually going to get the air defense down already with the raged bowlers, which was part of the obviously a key part of this doing a dragon raid. But also notice the king goes ahead and breaks in, gets the enemy queen, and helps get these key buildings down here to help with that funnel. The king is going to get that expo, which was a good thing to get. May not have mattered, but good to get that down. So a really nice start getting that funnel on that left hand side. Queen is going to get die out here, but really good value with that little push. And now the birds are out, so trying to cut that funnel on the right hand side here so that the rest of his dragons can kind of make their way to the town hall. Just being patient, deploying them as needed. Got some loons helping out beforehand. Got 3 rages for them, and then he's actually got a freeze for the air sweeper, so kind of hard to get the timing right doing it when everything's frantic and doing the live attack, of course. So got the dragons going right to the core, but oops, forgot to bring an archer to lure that hound out of the way. So he's got a couple dragons hanging out, just gonna kill that hound, taking their sweet time. So they're gonna burn them down, get those pups down. That dragon in the core is gonna die. But fortunately, like I said, with the first part of the attack, that funnel was created so well in the initial portion that he's got the rest of those lazy dragons going into the town hall. Sweeper, of course, pushing them back with all its might, but to no effect, and they are going to get. He's already got the town hall and 58%, so good percentage as well, and they're going to fizzle out here towards the end. So really good planning once again by our 10v11 group, and a nice execution by that TV. Alright, here we go with the 10v10 action. Trung going in for his first 10v10 triple. He actually got 6-pack force, so very nice job, Trung. And so Wizards down at the start, and he's got the baby dragon on the right hand side helping out with the funnel. And then now that he's got a few buildings taken down, throws down the golem with the queen immediately behind. So they're going to head on in here. Of course, wants to take out the Inferno Tower, enemy queen, and CC for the first part of the hog attack. So raging up the bowlers, here they go. In towards the core, there's a golem in the CC. So knew he could take care of that with his kill squad more easily than with a hound, because the queen would get kind of tied up a little bit. So as everything's tanking, goes ahead and starts the hog portion. So that was smart, good timing there, as the kill squad is still doing some good work in the core there. Hero's still surviving. Obviously wants to get a group of hogs into this second Inferno, which he does, so good timing there. Throwing down the poison, getting those skellies taken care of. So nice timing, deploying the hogs, getting them all converging together, and of course killing those skellies. Notice the cleanup has already started, because, you know, time can be an issue for sure. So I got a lot of minions helping to clean up. And just using the 3 heals, no freeze needed for that Inferno, because he could get to it pretty easily. And being a little bit lower level base in terms of the point defenses, and just ends up overrunning it pretty easily with tons of hogs remaining and plenty of cleanup because the heroes are still up. Going to clear around counterclockwise around the base here. And that is that for this base. Really nicely nice job there, Trung. Alright, here we go with another 10v10 triple by Trung, and I gotta say, this attack was awesome, especially the opener. The opener is really what got him this triple. And I remember seeing in chat, he definitely spent a good amount of time planning this opener, probably spent like an hour or something trying to get this right, because look at all that's going on. He's got bowlers on the left, he's got 2 baby dragons, he's breaking in his queen to get the Inferno here, he's got his king and bowlers going in to get the enemy queen. With the jump spell. So here we go, raging up the king, 3 Valks to help out and get in onto the enemy queen. Got that poison down, got his queen ability going to get that Inferno, and he's going to get a second air defense right there. So wow, the raid's pretty much over at this point, because Trung definitely knows how to deploy his loons and whatnot. So now he's just got to get those loons deployed as he usually does, and get the spell placements right and whatever and whatnot. So hasten them in, of course, wants to get that Inferno down as soon as possible. Got a hound up hovering over that AD, though, so that AD goes down. Got the 3rd hound coming in to join with the loons, so really nice timing there, raging those loons through the core, and of course saving the heal spell with the haste for the end. So they are all going to be healed up as they go into these final few point defenses. Also got the cleanup going down early with the minions and such up top. And that is that for this base. And wow, it was a really, really great opener there. And unfortunately, those loons have to travel all the way back for this lonely cannon over here. But fortunately, he's got enough pups and minions around the base to get the cleanup done. So once again, really, really good plan there, and really well executed as well. So. Alright, so yours truly going in with the 10v10 cleanup attack here. And like I say, with a lot of these 10v10 attacks, it is definitely a team effort. I was here for the cleanup on this one. I think it was initially planned by GK and Zeus. And so what happened on Zeus's raid was that he, as you'll see here with the Golem Bowler kill squad, he was just not able to quite get the Inferno Tower down. He had a few bowlers that he didn't get quite as much value as he wanted to. Towards the left-hand side, they didn't go in, and so I made the correction, threw some wizards down there, even though one of them died, to the left-hand side, made sure I got all of my bowlers into this compartment here, and the jump spell adjusted a little bit as well to hopefully get that Inferno Tower down. In the case that it didn't go down, I was prepared to throw a hog or 2 at it, but fortunately, as you'll see, it does indeed just barely go down. So I got the early poison down, wanted to get the loon, of course, and the enemy queen. So bowlers going in, trying to get that Inferno Tower down, straight to the right a little bit, but then they head on back, and the last bowler ends up getting it. So hogs going down here in the south, so freeze heal for that first Inferno. and so frantically deploying everything, trying to get my cleanup wizard down very early. So there he is down at 6 o'clock, trying to get that down early because I knew time would be an issue. So trying to get the last heal down and get that down just in time. And Hogs kind of converging here. Not the best pathing, but based on what I observed with Zeus's hit, they would get through these defenses okay, since they're a little bit lower level. And yeah, the rest was just trying to get the cleanup right. It did come down to something like the last 8 or 9 seconds. So just trying to get all my cleanup troops down here. Yep, everything's working. And Hogs are going to go around and eventually end up down here at this elixir collector down in the south, which my wizards did not reach. So, and yeah, the rest is cleanup. Lost a few Hogs there to a spring trap, but the rest is cleanup, so I was glad to get that done. Alright, I actually got a chance to do another 10v10, hit this war, which most often usually doesn't happen. Usually I just kind of play man in the middle, hit a Town Hall 11 for 2 or something at the beginning, and then use my second attack where needed, maybe usually like a 10v10. And with 10v11 being such a grind these days, you just never know what's going to happen. So to get this opportunity to do this cleanup attack was pretty cool. And once again, a really good team effort here by our guys. GK had this idea of getting this initial kill squad in with the jump into that Inferno Tower and having knowing that the Queen would hop over. Actually, when we did it, we had TV hit this base as well with the jump without the rage, and actually the Queen hopped over the wall and then back, and so that just didn't end up working out because she just didn't go down, and of course the Lala portion doesn't go well after that. But anyway, then we switched to Hogs, and Jimmy did the first Hog attack on this base and ended up getting a 98%. So obviously that gave me a lot of information. And so I did the pathing for the Hogs. It was really good. And I got into this last Inferno, and we knew we could get through. There's a giant bomb in there, but we were able to heal through it with the freeze heal combination there. And Jimmy actually ended up just running out of time and getting a 98%. And funny enough, the only thing I changed in the army composition was I dropped a Hog and I added a Wizard and a Goblin. That's it. And I shaved off 42 seconds or something like that from the raid. And so I just kind of knew how it would go, how the cleanup would go, just based on how what buildings would go down after the Hog portion. So as you see, I got my Wizard down as soon as possible in the south, and then another one there at 9 o'clock, and then another one up top, and a nice little Hog up there in the north helping out as well. So a few archers helping out, and yeah, ended up having plenty of time in the end. And yeah, I was just really glad to get this for us. Really nice team effort once again. Alright, next we got some Town Hall 9 action. Our boy Mott going in with a little bit of a witch slap attack. So Golem's way out there on the flanks, the left and right hand sides, and then the witches getting those skeletons spawned early, so letting them work a little bit. As you can see, this base has a long compartment through the center, which gives access to a lot of things, a lot of buildings there as the troops move through. Some hasted loons at the beginning, getting that mortar down, get rid of some of that splash damage. Unfortunately, lures the CC as well, so half of them go over there to bother the witches, but good enough awareness to get that poison down, get them taken care of without losing too many witches, and then the heroes in the center will take care of the rest of that CC. Baby Dragon, of course, doing a little bit of work there. And so, as you can see, the troops on the outside doing work, just busy on that enemy BK there, but tons of skellies to help out with that. And Golem in the center, core there tanking for the Queen. So just holding on to her ability as long as he can, and she's going to step on through. Doesn't even need that jump spell actually, so there she goes, getting low, gotta use the ability, and she has access to get these last couple of archer towers taken care of. So she will get those down, and in the meantime, he's got plenty of troops all over the sides to get the rest of this down. Nice that the dark elixir storage there was in range for the witches, and they were able to get that down easy. Very nice job, Mott. Alright, here we go with the digits going in. And he's got some wizards here on the outside to help this queen funnel, because he is going to queen walk towards the left here actually, and he needs to take care of the CC and the enemy queen because he's got a big old hog army here, 28 hogs to deploy. I think he's got CC hogs as well. But anyway, queen stepping up, and then she's going to head to the left as expected, encountering some point defense here, and has to use his first rage on her. And he's got to get through this high hit point town hall. But after that, she's going to step up into CC range and, of course, aggro the enemy CC. So he's got to get that poison down for that CC fill of archers and wizards and whatnot coming through. So first rage wears out, throws down the second rage, and uses the ability there. Not sure he needed it at that point, but he might have just tapped it. And so gets the enemy queen down. And here come the hogs. You got CC hogs as well? I think so. Yeah, and he's got 2 heals for them, and they are going to get through. So surgically deploying the last couple of groups so that they take down more defenses at once, and of course converge with the first group there. And so they are just wrecking through this base. Got the wizards down there in the south for cleanup, and of course the queen is at full health. She decides to do her favorite thing, which is being on the wall. But that works out because she's going to step in and get some of these inner buildings taken care of. And in the meantime, the hogs are just going to do their work on the outside and make a ring around the base, taking out everything. Wizards down south, like I said. Enemy BK is going to give them a little bit of trouble, taking them down. And but fortunately, he's got enough hogs left to just wreck everything else. And the queen is just going to beat on all kinds of different walls, whatever the heck she's doing. And he's going to get her done. Very nice job.